Hey everyone, it is your girl Ash Janelle and hey everyone, it is your girl Ash Janelle and welcome to episode 3. The Elise mindset is, of course, a limiting belief. And we often hear this in our Black households. I don't know about any other ethnicity because I'm Black. But if you identify with this and you are not within the African diaspora and African descent and African American, or within the African, regions, if you do identify, please just let me know. But in our households, we hear a lot, well, at least they provided, or at least you got this, or at least it wasn't this. And so sometimes we know that people can just simply be ungrateful. But when you grow up hearing the at least all the time, right, it becomes a limiting belief. And we're going to delve into that. I'm going to give you 3 ways that the at least mindset can affect you and affect how you think. Let's get into it. But first, before we get into it, friends, let's not play. If you are already just like, boom, this is where I'm supposed to be. Boom, I like this channel. Boom, I love them shorts. Just go ahead and comment and subscribe. Subscribe. I figured if I said it 3 times, you understand. You can go ahead and subscribe. You can comment. Let me know if you like this video, what parts of the video you like. Perfect. Let's get into it. So the very first way that I know that the at least mindset can affect you and affect the way that you think is you allow anyone around you. I know this because I did it for years, right? My abuser was in my life for 23 years. Now, was some of it a learned behavior? Yes. But there was a point in time where we all went to counseling, him, my maternal parents, and I expressed, like, I'm no longer calling him father. I'm no longer doing this. But guess what? I soon went back on it. The truth was like, most of my life I had felt alone, right? Because I was going through things that my family wasn't necessarily going through. And when I say my family, I'm talking about people within my home, okay? They were not going through the sexual abuse. My sibling was not going through the physical abuse either. So I just felt alone, and I just allowed any type of friends. And my father wasn't really around. So if I let him go, who's supposed to be my father, even though he's done these horrendous things, then what do I have? It was, it's like, and I kept hearing it from my maternal parent. And even in my mind, because guess what? As parents, we condition our kids in some type of ways. A lot of what our children do is learned behavior. And so I kept, well, at least he provided. And when I was like, I'm through with this. No, well, at least he did this. But I was allowing, right, that toxicity to continue, right? Because I was operating in a level of at least. I wasn't thinking like, oh, let me let him go because God is Father. God can send a fatherly mentor. I wasn't thinking any of these things. I was in friendships, right, where I just allow anybody. to come in and out of my life. And when I say allow, now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was one of the people who be like, if I had very strong feelings or discernment about you, I'd be like, don't step this way. But other than that, like, that loneliness would take over. That aloneness, even when I knew, oh my God, even when I knew that friendships were supposed to end. Spicy. Well, at least they, and a lot of the times when I started doing that, then that's when the toxicity would come. Even when I was in friendships, right, that were seasonal. That at least mindset will help you allow just any company. Even in seasons when they shouldn't be there. All right, let's get to that next. The at least mindset also affects your standards. Okay. Y'all breathe. I know. The at least mindset affects your standards. It affects what you will receive, okay? And how you will look at what you're receiving. I'm gonna tell this story. So let's start over. In high school, I was a horrible driver. Okay, I don't think I could drive a toy car. Okay. I just wasn't good at it. And it showed. I passed my driver's ed test to be able to, I think it's the driver's ed test, to be able to go and get your permit or whatever. I did all of that. I sucked at driving. And I ended up not getting my license until I was like 20, 21. I could have been a little bit older than that, maybe 22. I decided, one day, like, look, I'm tired of getting on the bus. Okay? I'm about to learn how to drive, so and so. So my mom started teaching me how to drive, all of those things, blah, blah. Fast forward, I get my license. Okay? I get my license. And I remember having a dream that I was going to get a car. I had a dream that I was going to get a car. Okay? And I came home one day. I don't know if I was using my mom's car or what happened. Well, I walk in, and let me take that back. I looked outside and I seen a car. And it was this red car. It was, I'll never forget, it was like a it was a 2003 Malibu. That's what it was. By this time, we in like 2009, 2010, maybe 2011, right? So, okay. So I walk in and, go through this whole little thing. My abuser is sitting on my couch. Remind you, I've already told this story. He was in my life for 23 years. From the time I was 5 all the way up until the time I was 27. I'm gonna say 22 and a half. Okay. He's sitting on my couch, blah, 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 talking to my mom. And they're talking to me, and all of a sudden they told me that this Malibu is mine. He bought me that car. Now, just think about how conflicting that messaging is, right? You sexually abuse me, but you buy me a car. And you know that it's a need. And you know that this other person or this other parent cannot provide that. Right? Well, this is the problem. friends. Now, did I take the car? Yes, because I needed a car. But just that year, he had bought my sibling a brand new car off the lot. And my sibling is 6 years younger than me. I'm gonna say that again. He bought her a brand new car, but brought me home a used vehicle. And did I accept it? Yes, because I needed a car. And what did I tell myself? And what did my maternal parent probably tell herself? Well, at least she got a car. At least I got a car. I remember showing up to church. And I have a dear aunt. I love her with all of my heart. She is a therapist and cold, okay? I remember her saying, oh, you got a car? I said, yeah. She came outside and she looked at the car. And she stopped. And she breathed in. And she said, this is the car he bought you. I said, yeah. And my mom happened to be standing there. And she said, what happened to her new car? Where's Ashley's new car? Now, at that moment, she was speaking, right, from a space of love and truth. And from a space of, I deserved, right, a new car as well. But when you have that at least mindset, friends, you're going to accept and receive whatever someone feels that they should give you. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Take a deep breath. You deserve the very best. Period. Period. All right. The very last thing that the at least mindset does and how it can affect how you think. It affects what you believe about yourself. It affects your self-esteem. Right? I talked about the messaging, right, of the abuse, right, versus the things that I was being given. And we know, now that I'm grown, I understand that all of that stuff was like, hush, be quiet. Don't say what's really happening. Don't say what I really did. But it affects, right, how you think about yourself. And I want parents to be very, very cautious about what they say to their kid, what they do to their kid, what they give their child, how they treat them. All of those things need to be congruent in order to build a child's self-esteem healthily. I'm going to say that again. All of those things need to be congruent so that you can build your child's self-esteem healthily. Okay? The messaging that I was getting all of my life with the at least was that I was this small. Imagine going throughout life and you have this like primary parent, but they're choosing this other parent, right, that is not treating you well. And they know that that parent is not treating you well. They don't know the depth of it yet. And then when they do find out, they still, right, decide that that parent is important. But in my head, I'm saying, well, at least my mom provided. At least I got like half a daddy. Because daddy's like buy things. And at least, you know, I got some friends. At least, you know, all of this messaging, right, is telling me that I am the bare minimum. When indeed, right, I deserved love. I deserved a peaceful home. I deserved to live a joyful life as a child, right? And experience so many childlike things and be present in those childlike things. Because guess what? Did I have some experiences? Yes. Did we go on vacations? Yes. Did we do things? Yes. But often I could not live in those things presently because there were so many other things going on in the background. But I'm telling you that at least mindset will affect how you see you. Because if you saw yourself in the greatest light, with the greatest love, as a treasure, as a gift, you would not accept what you accept, and you would not allow people that you know cannot appreciate who you are. And that is the truth. I stayed in relationships that devalued me. And I knew they devalued me. But because I thought that I was the bare minimum. I had a father that wasn't around. A biological father that wasn't around. I had a mother who was not protective. And then I had this other new entity who I was calling dad, right? Who was abusing me. Imagine what that messaging does to your mind. But in your head, you're like, at least. Well, at least. And then it just trickles into other relationships. Being with men that you have no business being with. But you don't want to be alone. Right? And guess what? They're giving you maybe a little bit of their time. And you, like a fool, me, some of us, you take that time. And you not demanding, right? Oh, I deserve, oh, that's the only type of time you can get. Duly noted. God bless. See you later, friend. Is what I should have been saying. Now, did I wake up one day and start acting, you know, like I was worth something? Yes. And am I still learning? Yes. But I'm going to say that the at least mindset caused me to live under my privilege, under who I am. And sometimes I'll be looking at myself like, hello, friend, you're cold. You're smart. You cute or whatever. You the daughter of the Lord. You a boss. You figuring it out. You did not give up. But do not allow the at least mindset to rob you of you, rob you of the best people, rob you of the greatest experiences, and rob you of what you truly deserve. All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. It was so good to be back in front of you, sharing some notes. And so if you love what you heard or love what you have seen, you can go ahead and subscribe and comment. Once again, go ahead and come to our Note family and subscribe and comment. If you would like to follow me on any other socials like Instagram or Facebook, you can find me on Facebook as Notes with Ash, and you can also find me on Instagram as I am Ash Janelle. And once again, I am looking forward to us, having more conversations and being able to create more realistic content for you. I hope that you were able to receive it. I hope that it was helpful, and I hope that you were able to take a note for your day. See you next time.